This is the jujube tree, and it gets these little apples-like fruit growing on it. Let's see if you can see it. Really kind of tiny. Not so good, but they're fine if they're a little more orangish in color. And that's it. Okay. Not only that, what it is good for is it gives plenty of shade. It's nice to sit under it even on a hot day, and it actually has an interesting property in that it competes with those around it, right? Its competition are the plants that grows around it on the floor because they can take the nutrients from the ground and they can take from the water. And as such, many plants actually cannot survive underneath it. It kills them off. And the Ruvenis of Naot Kudumim identified this tree as the Atad from Mashal Yotam in Sefer Shoftim, where the Atad, let's say Yotam, who's the son of Gidon, he calls out to the people of Shechem, who've taken for themselves a king, namely Avimelech. And Avimelech was really not a great person. He was probably not the Gadol Dor. In fact, he was a pretty big Rasha. Gidon, his father, was an incredible shofet who saved Am Yisrael. He had 70 children. And Avimelech decided that he wanted to be king, even though Gidon said that only Hashem should be king. And so he killed off all his brothers, all of the competition, much like this tree. Except one of them got away, and that was Yotam. And Yotam goes to the top of a cliff, looking out over Shechem, and he yells to the people of Shechem who've taken Avimelech as their king, and he says to them, I don't understand you. And he gives this whole beautiful mashal, which can be at first hard to understand, but in essence, the idea is you look at all the different fruit trees who give so much to man, and yet they refuse to be king over the other trees because they're doing important things, as opposed to the Atad, which really doesn't give very much, and he's concerned primarily with himself. And so that's the person that you're going to choose to be king over you. You're basically asking for corruption. You're asking for leadership which only cares for itself and not for its people. The message that we're supposed to take from this is that leaders are the servants of the nation and not the other way around. Sefer Shoftim kavir shana, yotzenu kavatchila.